Okay, we're ready? Okay. Naomi, well done today. Just talk us through your thoughts on the match and what you were most pleased about.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really tough match for me. I felt very nervous, and also she's a really tough opponent to play, and I haven't played since Rome, so I think just to get through it in two is something that I'm pleased about.
Okay. Who'd like to have a question, please? Courtney?
Hey Naomi, congrats. Just can you give us the story behind the kit and everything like that?
I mean, the kit, like the outer shell, well, like the playing kit is Nike, of course, and then the outer pieces are Kevin Germanier, and I don't know, for me, obviously, like Australian Open was really fun. I got to collaborate with Robert Woon, and then just to come here and be in Paris and collaborate with Kevin, and also it's just fun to watch designers work, especially when there's like a already pre-existing thing that they have to design around, and just to see the ideas, and we kind of like talk back and forth. For me, that's the most interesting part.
Naomi, congrats on both the win and the look. I wonder, is it strange or difficult or challenging maybe to come out and make that statement and then kind of have to switch on, for warm-ups and then get into this match mode? I just wonder what that process is like for you.
Ironically, I think I'm a little used to it now. I think Australia, well, honestly, if I have to think about it, like my bow dress with the Yoon ambush dress kind of first started it all off. But the US Open, like the roses in my hair, I think that's when I started to like really get into it a lot more. And then obviously with Australia, it's like that was a real conversation starter. So for me, I don't really feel like it's too much of a big deal to do that and then play after. I could see where people would think I feel a little stressed or whatever, but I think that's kind of the thing about it. Like, sometimes people say athletes are like in show business or entertainers or whatever, and I feel like for me, like Grand Slam walk-ons are the only time that I possibly feel like I'm an entertainer.
Okay, we're Ava and then Ben. Ava?
Hi, Naomi. I also have a question about your hair, sorry. When you're on the road, how do you find people who can braid your hair and do your hair in the styles that you want? It's kind of hard enough at home, and I can't really imagine trying to navigate it in many different countries throughout the year.
Honestly, I just talk to other people. Like sometimes, well, Taylor recommended my nail person, so I feel like it's like having conversations with other people, and then the person that does my hair also knows a lot of people in different countries too, so that's definitely very helpful.
Okay, Ben?
Yes, congrats on this outfit today. I'm curious, actually, you talked in your previous press about sort of remembering the moments that Venus and Serena had with their reveals. So I was curious on a somewhat tangential level what your sort of interest level has been over the speculation around Serena coming back this year, and if that's something you're paying attention to, if something you're possibly excited about, because obviously I know you were following her your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's definitely something I would be really excited about, just to see her around the sites and like playing matches again. I think is really cool for tennis. And yeah, I would be excited to see her outfits again too, but also her playing. I think she's one of the best players in the world, of course.
Okay, right, this lady over here and then the lady in the yellow. Yeah.
Hi, Naomi. Congratulations. I'm digging into the movement of sliding. I believe you asked Novak perhaps a couple of years ago of like how he did it. Can you expand a bit on that conversation and what are the ingredients that make an excellent slider?
I mean, when I asked Novak, I asked him about how he slides on grass, not necessarily clay. And he just told me like to not feel any fear and to keep going for it even if you fall. I don't know, I fell a couple of times. I said, oh, that might not be for me. But yeah, I mean, obviously when like the best player in the world gives you advice, you want to like, listen to it for sure. And I think I'm a pretty decent slider on hard court on my forehand side. I think on clay, I'm decent too. I'm trying to learn how to slide a little bit more on my backhand, like Ika. I know she does that a lot, but yeah, I'm interested to hear what the other players tell you.
Okay, so this lady here and then this gentleman at the back, raise your hand so they see you. Yep, so in the yellow first. Yep.
Hi. I just talked to your friend Taylor Townsend, and she really wanted to talk about the healing experience of your dinner party the other night and what it meant to her and to all of you to be a part of that. So I was wondering if you could maybe talk a little bit more about how much that meant to you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it meant a lot. Obviously, also, like, to see Mofis there, he's, like, one of my heroes, and this is his last Roland-Garros, so just to see him come and kind of celebrate him in a way, it was definitely really cool, and I don't know, I think just being on the road, you kind of build small families, and I felt like everyone in that room was a part of my family.
Okay, this gentleman here, then Molly, then Courtney, and then we're done. Yep.
Good evening. And just would like to have your opinion. Maybe one day here in Paris you will play in 5 sets. Do you think it's a good or bad idea?
Who, me? Yeah,
Project.
okay. You know, I'm neutral on it. Like, I think ironically it would be good for me because I'm pretty like stable the longer the matches get, but I would be pretty interested to see like if people sustain injuries and like the logistics of all of that. Like, I understand it's a pretty entertaining talking point, but I kind of want to see what happens if people dive deeper into that.
Okay, Molly, and then last one, Courtney. Molly?
Good job today. Obviously, a first round is always tricky at a slam. Your opponent today, she comes with her own kind of challenges, I guess. I wonder if you can talk through a little bit about, overcoming those challenges and getting through the first round as well, and what you find maybe more challenging about first round.
I mean, I think the first rounds are always really tricky because everyone feels the same amount of nerves. Maybe some people more than others, but we're both just trying to get through. And I feel like today, obviously, my opponent was definitely really tricky with all her drop shots and things like that. And she kind of gave me no rhythm at a certain point. But, you know, I feel like I prepared for that. Like, everyone on tour knows that about her. So, yeah, it wasn't like I was stepping into a new experience or anything.
Okay, last one, Courtney.
Naomi, in your time practicing getting ready for this tournament, like how much are you and Thomas like focusing on, for example, patterns, like just locking in patterns during first stress or just like that you can go to, versus like shot quality? And how has that balance between those two things kind of, I don't know, changed like over the course of your career, like when you would focus on one more than the other? If you could just talk about that.
Yeah, so honestly with Thomas, he doesn't try to overload me too much. And I feel like that comes with him trusting me too and my decision making because he knows I'm a little bit instinctual at times. But I do feel like with him, we talk about the quality of the ball, like because my ball pace is pretty high, I would say, in terms of all the players out there. So we just, well, he tries to like tell me to like, you know, keep up the same speed because sometimes I dip when I overthink. But during practices, he is quite, well, it depends on the opponent. Like usually the day before, sometimes he'll give me a lot of patterns to practice. But it really just depends.
All right, we'll switch to national language now.
お疲れ様でした。
ありがとう。
今日だいぶ相手のフォアハンドのスライスが対応が大変だったと思いますが、ここがうまくできたなとか自分なりにマネジメントできたなってとこありますか？
Yeah, I mean, I think if I were to go back in the match and try to understand what I did well, I know I got angry at a certain point, but I would say keeping a level head at the very important moments, like the tiebreakers, or even when she broke me, or when I had a couple points to break her and I wasn't able to convert. So keeping a level head at certain moments of time.
Next one in national language.
お疲れ様でした。今日非常に暑い中での試合だったと思うんですけど、その辺の対策とかその辺はいかがでしたか？
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting how hot it was because I never use an ice towel, or I try not to use the ice towel, and I had to use one today. And coming off the court, I was telling everyone I think I got burned, and I thought Australian Open was the only tournament or the only Grand Slam that you would get burned at. But yeah, I mean, for me, I felt like it was good conditions. Like, I love the heat and I'm very used to it. So I didn't have any complaints.
Any more national language? Yeah.
すみません、ちょっと試合とは関係ないんですけど、コートインタビューでなんか自分がエッフェル塔みたいに思うみたいな、あれをちょっともうちょっと詳しく教えてくれません？
Yeah, I just think it's kind of funny, like, ironically, I say ironically a lot today, but I really, like, when I first saw the dress in real life, I felt like I looked like the Eiffel Tower at nighttime when it's like bright and like kira and all that. And then I actually got a little worried because when the sun hits the dress, it reflects a lot. So I was a little scared that the umpire was gonna like kick me off the court. So I got like 2 backup normal Nike dresses. Shout out Nike. Thank God I didn't have to wear them though. But yeah, I just really, I don't know. I thought the reflection of the dress was really beautiful, but it just reminded me of the Eiffel Tower a little bit.
次の対戦相手はベキッチさんですけど、まあ、今回練習もされたりしてますけど、彼女の印象というかどうですか？選手として。
I mean, I have practiced with her like a couple days ago, and I do think it's going to be really tough because I feel like she is a sneaky good clay court player because she got a silver medal right here. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be another tough match. I think she plays completely different from my opponent today, but I think if I had to step up to the challenge, I would be ready for it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cool, thank you. ありがとう。